have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I repeat, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here. Y'all act like you never seen a white person before. Jaws all on the floor like Pam and Tommy just burst in the door and started whooping her ass worse than before. They cursed with divorce, throwing her over furniture. It's the return of the... Oh, wait, no way, you're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he? And Dr. Dre said... Nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement. Feminist women love Eminem. Chicka, 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 Slim Shady. I'm sick of him. Look at him walking around, grabbing his you-know-what, flipping the you-know-who. Yeah, but he's so cute, though. Yeah, I probably got a couple of screws up in my head loose, but no worse than what's going on in your parents' bedrooms. Sometimes you want to get on TV and just let loose, but can't. But it's cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moon. My bum is on your lips. My bum is on your lips. And if I'm lucky, you might just give it a little kiss. And that's the message that we deliver to little kids and expect them not to know what a woman's is. Of course they're gonna know what it enforces. By the time they hit 4th grade, they got the Discovery Channel, don't they? We ain't nothing but mammals. Well, some of us cannibals who eat other people open like cantaloupes. But if we can hunt dead animals and antelopes, then there's no reason that a man and another man can't elope. But if you feel like I feel, I got the antidote. Women wear your pantyhose, sing the chorus. I'm the Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All the Slim Shadys are just their Shady. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm the Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. Got a cuss in his rap, sell records. Well, I do. So, Kim, you too. Think I give a damn about a Grammy? Half of you critics can't even stomach me, let alone stand me. But Slim, what if you win? Wouldn't it be weird? Why? You guys can just lie to get me here, so you can sit me here next to Britney Spears. Christina Aguilera better switch me chairs so I can sit next to Carson Daly and Fred Durst and hear them argue over who she gave to first. Blast on MTV. Yeah, he's cute, but I think he's married to Kim. I should download the audio on MP3 and show the whole world how you gave him an M. I'm sick of you little girl and boy groups, all you do is annoy me. So I have been sitting here to destroy you. And there's a million of us just like me, who cuss like me, just don't give a fuck like me, dress like me, walk, talk, and act like me. It just might be the next best thing, but not quite me. I'm the Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All the Slim Shadys are just their Shady. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. I'm the Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All the Slim Shadys are just their Shady. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. I'm like a head trick to listen to, 'cause I'm only giving you things you joke about with your friends inside your living room. The only difference is I got the balls to say it in front of y'all, and now I gotta be false to sugarcoat it at all. I just get on the mic and spit it, and whether you like to admit it, I did better than 90% of you rappers out there. Then you wonder how kids eat up these albums like this is funny. At the rate I'm going when I'm 30, I'll be the only person in the nursing home flirting. Bitch and nurses' asses when I'm for jerkins and I'm jerking, but this whole bag of Viagra isn't working. Person is a Slim Shady lurking, he grew working, he Burger King spitting on your onion rings. In the parking lot circling, screaming, I don't give a fuck. But it's when you're down in the system up. So will the real Shady please stand up? Put one of these fingers on each hand up. And be proud to be out of your mind and out of control. And one more time, loud as you can. Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All the Slim Shadys are just their Shady. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All the Slim Shadys are just their Shady. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All the Slim Shadys are just their Shady. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All the Slim Shadys are just their Shady. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. I guess it's the Slim Shady in all of us.
What happens when you come on BBC Piano? What? I'm sorry.
Tequila was the shit. It got you where you wanted. But the morning after was the shit. Thing is that the product formula, which is stronger than Dracula. It's made in Argentina. It's called the funky comedy.
Look at all these miserable people, huh? You guys are miserable. Look at you.
Can make your dick harder than a funky cold Medina. By the time full of sea, when she get off the cropper, first of her anus, then straight into her snapper. I bet you won't be.
Would anybody like a link? Because I mean, if you dare to take one, good luck. Because in fact, you don't even have to take a link. If you dare to even comment, you're going to be called out. Who hasn't she called out?
Sour and 80s have already taken a
Is it
very
easier to name who she has? Rhonda,
All these people on here have been
Elizabeth,
called out.
Sour Milk, 80s. I'm not joking.
Lori,
Laurie,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Yep. Veronica, Sandy. Who else? I'm dead ass. Who else? Not me. Then grab her.
Cause he's a muchacho. We call him Sex Machine. You know what he was drinking? Funky Medina.
Okay. Now, no, if you're gonna think, I'm gonna just put out this disclaimer: nobody in BBT's universe is allowed to darken the door in any way whatsoever for any reason. Now, 80s girl, you've made the list, and it's not the good list. It's the naughty list. Okay, you're on it. All right. I told you
You did.
what was going to happen if you dared to
You
take the
did.
link on BBT's panel. I gave you the warning, and you chose to once again doubt BBT.
Or she was brave, maybe.
No, I think she called my bluff. I don't think you believed me, did you, the 80s girl? Anyways, and all my other chatters, of course, every one of them made fun of her. Did she forget? Carolyn, Kevin came to my channel to talk to 80s girl, you idiot. Oh my, let's just play her words because I can't listen to myself try to explain these idiocies. I can't even repeat them. I know, I'm gonna just press play. I can't even repeat what these idiots say because I just feel like it's just, I know I'm dumb now. That just makes me more dumb.
Painful.
I mean, listen to this rationale. I gotta turn it up. Hold on.
Is it one up?
Sorry.
Yeah. The first 30 seconds, she didn't say anything.
Hold on. Sorry. Oh yeah, it's playing. She's just yeah, she's not speaking. It's not me. Once again, BBT's trying to fix these idiots. She's only been doing this for 40 years. She's still every single solitary night.
Something.
You guys, my internet isn't work. Oh, look at that. My light. You mean I was on mute that whole time?
It must have sound now, right?
I have sound? Can you hear me?
Okay, now you have sound, right?
Okay, good. Who do you guys hear?
So what I was saying was
Okay.
that I was last night I was working on this little
Oh Jesus!
jar. It is a jar made with Kate Spade design.
Every way to get money.
A couple of different painting techniques, and then it has a sealer that has the gold plate.
Is it vintage? We don't care.
I was just showing that, and it has a top.
How much for your gaming laptop? The one I don't even care if it's the first one you got. It doesn't even have to be the second one. I'll take the vintage. Just the first one you got. I know exactly how much it's worth. I'll give you.
Probably not worth that anymore.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I know what it's worth right now. I want that thing more than. In fact, I might buy her some videos. I might put in private. I'll delete some videos if you're willing to. What would that be called?
You still have
Negotiate.
to wait for that video.
Negotiate the price for your first gaming laptop. and you don't even have to send it with the history, because we know how you,
The search.
yeah, we know how you don't, you're considered, what's the word, Debbie?
Willfully.
Yeah, she's not believable. She's not credible. So your history means nothing. Just wipe it out, reset the whole thing, and 80s girl will be over to make a bid on a bid on it. Okay, don't block her. Come on, 80s girl, you got this.
Jar.
We'll pay for shipping too.
Made.
Look at her.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
But you know what? Somebody sent me something
It was sent
in
to
an
her.
email.
a nice
And I'm gonna say
segue.
something, okay?
Mhm.
Because
What a segue.
I'm only going to say something
It's a lot of something.
because this person should take a look in the mirror. 80s girl, I'm talking to you.
Boo.
Yes. I have never done anything to you except you came on a platform where you.
Have I ever done anything to any one of your yentas that I will not name? Okay, because I have the list fresh in my head, starting with any one of the people that you were once friends with who I never did a damn thing to. In fact, I'll just go out on a limb because it's the one that, I have the hardest, Bitey Cat, who's been the most vicious, played both sides, bragged about her expensive background checker that was so much money that Jimmy confirmed Carolyn was utilizing to look up my background, okay, my entire life, to which they then gave to other creators,
Right.
to not only expose but to embellish, lie about, say, add to, totally make up, totally. In fact, like I said, none of it has come true, and if it has, they have failed to show it or prove it, because here I am. And I'm not wearing anything silver bracelets. I don't like orange. I've never worn orange. And Carolyn still hasn't produced the video.
That's right.
So, anyways, with that said, the last few nights, you guys have all heard, or you can go back and watch, that I've gone real hard and real straightforward about the fact that Carolyn is contradicting herself, okay, in a sense that not only, and I know this firsthand because I'm the only one with the experience of how she performs and behaves while under oath, which she insists she has never been, because she never put her foot in a Massachusetts courtroom.
That's right.
So now, I mean, she almost had Debbie, how many people did she talk to at apple.com to make sure that she had to have her audio clippings? Now they're just useless
That's
clippings.
Right. They don't mean a thing.
Now they're useless manipulated clippings. But however, if they're a death threat, holy Jesus, take the wheel right to the prosecution's office, right? Right? Do you see what I'm saying? Now she's doing it with other creators, whether
and subs.
and now it's the subs' turn. When have I ever called out? Do you know what Carol Lucy has said about my family? And I know who it is. Not Carol Lucy 1, 2, 3, A, B, and C, because I have them all. Debbie has a whole spreadsheet. Okay. There are more Carol Lucys, you guys. And ironically, I have the clip where Carolyn fucks up probably the biggest fuck up she's made since 2019 that I've caught, and admits I don't have to clip it because it's your recording. And you said, Carol Lucy is the nickname my father used to call me when I was a child.
And just randomly.
And then you can hear the torture that's going on in her mind as she stays silent, and I giggle to myself for the next 20 minutes while she doesn't know what to say, clicks off, and ends up yelling at Scooter for no reason whatsoever. That is a quote of what she says she knows she did. The odds she should play it, she should go to Vegas, and she then will say she doesn't lie.
That's right.
Right? So if one is true, I don't care which one it is. My point is that now comes a document written by an attorney, right? After I say all this, right, that says Carolyn is so discredited that they are accepting nothing but a jury of their peers to agree with that because it's so blatant. It's so many. She produced. You can't blame your attorney for this, Carolyn. You can't. When you produce exhibits, you don't blame the prosecutor because you cut off the word Veronica when you said I said that.
It just came in.
I'm not even looking.
That
That's
is
so weird.
weird.
Okay, when you cut the word Veronica off and you then try to say that I should be in jail because I said I'm going to wiretap your ass, bitches, and you said it was about her. That's a minor example.
And yet,
the fact that
yet she focuses on this one thing tonight.
right. The fact that she has an attorney out there, okay, that cost 36 cents to confirm what I said, right? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that is literally so aghast by her behavior and her intentions. They're so what's the word, Debbie? Contradictory is the word he uses. Yeah. That they won't even consider a settlement.
That's right.
They won't even get. They are accepting nothing but a jury of their peers and the judge to see what Carolyn is trying to do, including producing exhibits that she swore under oath were what they were not. And she knows what they were not. You know why? Because I have a video of her claiming what they are.
That's right.
So if she knew what those were and said, how do you like these? I'll give these to your attorney, Heather. You think an attorney's going to support a channel with like that? I don't care. My channel is all. I sit in a kitchen. I do arts and crafts. I'm a cooking channel. That's what she has said, right?
And you've called all that out, and she focuses on
80s girl. 80s girl.
That's right.
80s girl. So all that to say this.
Made a lot of money selling your snow babies. You had advantages. I think I tried to help you. I don't know the things that you're saying. Please do let me know this Zoom that I ripped your head off in, because I'd really like to talk about that. You know, everyone else, the auction sellers.
You know, she goes on to consider me an expert. She thinks that like now me putting together these she is accusing me, okay, of showing videos, okay, that misrepresent her words, right? However, she thanked me when my video confirmed her words about the sheep and horse factory. The glue factory.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called, right? We still don't know why she was pushing around Jan, but that's a whole nother internal struggle BBT still has, okay? However, she had no problem, Debbie, with my style of producing the truth.
Yeah.
When in fact, she thanked me multiple times, multiple nights, and said, clear as day, BBT proved, and then even said, Irene, you're stupid. BBT said you were stupid because this, and that. Right. She repeated what I said.
Right.
That's a little concerning.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were we? But now I'm nothing but a clip manipulator.
Nobody remembers that.
Either do we.
And I know you're going to say, oh, they're just lying for me. No, they wouldn't lie for me. Tell me when I ripped your head off, 80s girl, and went up one side. These are her words. Up one side and down the other.
It was a screenshot.
How about any auction seller here? Tell me when I ripped somebody's head off.
Here's the point. They're not there anymore.
You want me to? Are you really daring 80s good? The panel that 80s girl was on to show where you ripped someone's head off about an auction, regarding an auction in Zoom?
Girl, did you not say that?
No, Debbie.
I'm talking to her in the chat.
Okay, well,
she said she's a liar.
I know she's not. That's what I'm getting at. Listen to me.
Are you saying that it was in the Slack?
I can tell you if you let me
shut. She's saying stuff.
Okay, listen. What's she saying?
I was reading. She said the day that CPS came to her house, and she said she's a liar. So I asked her if she meant. Did she didn't say it, or is she saying that? Or here she is. She went off on me because she asked on a Zoom call what she should do about the
But
CPS.
that was never discussed on my panel with me, correct? Say yes, BBT, or no, BBT. When did either I did not hear you say mention? When did we discuss that? Is my question. Did we discuss that? I didn't even know you had dilly dolls, whatever the fuck they're called. What? Right?
She said she made a comment about the CPS call
Right.
that came to her house.
Right, but
She
not.
might have written it in the chat. Did you write it in the chat?
No, she said it was on when I was on my panel.
She said she discussed it with you.
Which part?
She said, I thought we did discuss it.
Which part? I never knew you were making the baby dolls.
She said that she ripped her head up one side and down the other or something like that.
For what?
On your panel.
For what though?
For talking to her about the CPS call that came to her house. I don't know. Anyway.
Do you want to sell dolls?
She said she spoke up and told her she shouldn't go live about CPS going to her house.
Oh yeah, that's all she said.
And she got mad at her. Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna say that is Quillville's the next 2 hours talking.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she's lying. Watch.
Really?
Yes. Watch.
Okay?
What?
I didn't even rip someone's head off. She told me to shut my effing face. So what did she call me? Shut your face.
Who?
Shut your
Amy
face.
said it.
You said that?
She's saying
And I
that she
didn't
said
even
that.
respond to that.
You didn't call the police?
So I'd love some clarification on that.
Why don't you take a link, Carolyn?
And
Come here.
She said,
I
I
want
never
to go
said that ever.
around and debate whether the SWAT that I had called to my house is
No.
real.
No,
Okay.
so she doesn't
No,
match that.
no. She wasn't debating, Carolyn. There was no debate. Okay, there was no debate at all. Who was the debate about? She didn't debate. I was. That would. Do you remember what a debate would have to do, Debbie? It would have to take. You'd each have to take a side, right? You would have to take one side. I don't have. There's no sides with me. Okay, I know what you did. Okay, and the fact. What? Why do you care? Aren't you concerned about the? I mean, you should be worried about the law, right? Like you're in enough trouble. I hope you like orange. Right? What about No, I'm serious, Debbie. Like this is what she focuses on, right?
Yep.
Do you think it's a distraction?
She says nothing about all the stuff you called her out on the
Right.
night before.
She won't even say my name. 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 What but what? Why is she so worried about about uh, the people in my chat? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why is she worried about Elizabeth? Why is she worried about Rhonda? Why? When have I ever said to her like, "Oh my God, I can't believe someone"? Everybody left it. I had people defending when it was her turn to take someone to court, right? Oh, she was the victim. The whole community stood up for her against me. They did. They really did. Remember, when is enough enough, Debbie? When is enough enough?
Move on.
When are you gonna move on? Right? Move on. I was the fucking defendant. I'm doing it. Hold on. You okay? When is it not, see, look, I mean, you become a bully at some point, Debbie. It's your fault, right?
I know it's all my fault.
I mean, she what like she literally insists she would accept nothing else but for me to be not able to go on YouTube, you guys, which Sorry, kids. Yes, in therapy. You need therapy, okay? Which I'm not gonna share my opinion on that one, okay? 80s girl, 80s girl. We all need a little therapy, okay? Carolyn,
And you know what?
what?
Today
Yep.
on the news, they had people
Uh-huh.
that were told there were pipe bombs in their yard.
What?
And here's a report at the Monticello. Go get a FOIA and go request this. All of you don't believe this,
Well,
okay? There's a
Monticello.
report at
Well,
the
no, she's the true crime junkie. Why should I get the report? So you had no problem getting my police reports and all that stuff. Why don't you get your own shit and put your own shit out there and prove us all wrong?
That's right.
You prove us all wrong. Where are these the verified death threats and the expensive what's it called when you get
Monticello Police
extradited?
Department that it was called in that someone had put a pipe bomb in our yard.
That was the sheriff's
And then
department.
after that, we had a SWAT called. We did not call the SWAT on ourselves, but 80s Girl sat on the panel where it was told over and over
It was
that
told.
we called this SWAT
Not who
on
told.
ourselves.
Okay,
80s Girl,
what?
maybe you just don't like
But it's okay, right, for everybody for you to say that, well, under oath, but you're not under oath, right? You were never under oath. That I marked you deceased son, and I caused you to have a SWAT. That was the
That's
quote.
right.
You said in a criminal complaint that I caused you that my recording of your she has a Boston accent. She doesn't sound like Red Raven Spirit. Sarah Smiles has a Boston accent. She has a Boston accent. Sarah Smiles comes from Louisiana, I think. Okay? She literally said that caused her to have a SWAT pipe on. You're a fucking piece of trash.
and that's fine. Then why do you feel the need that you have to go on and lie? You know, that's what I fail to understand.
Well, I'm gonna help you.
I don't understand why people on
What?
YouTube,
What?
and you must do it in real life too,
Huh?
because
You
cannot move on.
You do it in real life. You know what? You do have it. She's catching herself because she knows who she's talking to. She knows what.
Yeah.
Notice how
Talking through people's
notice how not confident she. Where's all the condescending tone?
Yeah.
Where's the sarcasm? Where's the mocking? Where's the you thirsty for me, Wendy? You thirsty for me? Randy made a mistake. Randy made a. You're gonna threaten me, Randy? I'm gonna call the district attorney's office because they're in love with. You hear her? Because she knows she's a motherfucking liar, and that's exactly what she is. Okay, it says it in a court document. I didn't write it. A legal professional did. I just play one on YouTube. Okay, and you know what? Not for nothing, but in this situation, I never give myself credit on anything. But this one, I'm gonna give myself credit on. I fucking called that the 3 days before that even was released. You're nothing but a liar. You know how I know? Because I've seen you lie under oath. And if you're going to lie under oath and use your son against me, you're going to do it against Heather and you're going to do it against any other person that you're going to need to get yourself out of something. And now you might just be stuck.
That's right.
Whoopsie daisy.
Like, you have to, in order for you to move on, you have to throw so much hate and so much shade at the other person.
Like file a lawsuit? Yep.
I don't even understand it. You don't even know, like, how you could just go your separate way and just
Or
stop
tell everybody
and
to call the
they even
FBI on
Yeah.
people
Do you know how many times you have to contact the FBI to get them at someone's house 3 times in plain clothes in an unmarked car, thinking I'm fucking a monster that's ready to literally that swatted her, playing death threats that she created, put together because oddly they were credible ones. But yet, why weren't they ever? You're going to tell me that they weren't prosecuted? Why, Carolyn? Answer that question. You want to talk about
New
lying?
York's cheap.
What you want to talk about lying? Then you say I wasn't allowed in the state of New York. You're a fucking piece of trash. But yet the restraining order I got against get against you is fake, right? They laughed at it. Wasn't worth the paper it was written on, right?
Mhm.
Yep. See how this works? Watch. She'll continue.
Thing, like maybe that, you know what? I mean, like that's a mature person. Even a person that ends a relationship, like a boyfriend,
Oh.
girlfriend, or same sex, whatever,
So-
a romantic relationship.
So you mean someone waits 5 years, 5 straight motherfucking years to find? We got it. Jimmy said, "Go down, get it." I jumped up and I said, "We gotta get the BBT." Finally, she said, "BBT is a Boston accent." There were 15 minutes and I got 15. Well, now I have the clip that goes like this. Well, I had this thing that might have got like 4 minutes. I don't even know if it got four. I think it recorded it. It might have, I don't even know. Not 15. It was 8. Just press play.
You don't have to just explain yourself, 80s girl. You just wanted to know the truth.
Exactly. And you know what, 80s girl? She doesn't mention that it was you. It's not because I told you anything, 80s girl.
Right.
It's because I showed you her things that you know were on her. I didn't show you my videos. I showed you her live lives that were still on yours, Carolyn, that were
52
yours.
stories that
Right.
she told about it.
I showed where you can hear yourself click clickety clacking and your phone ringing and you saying, "Oh, that must be the school calling." No, and then Jimmy says, "Officer Fitzpatrick called at 3:33."
And
Why
the
didn't I
blizzard.
answer that? Yeah, and they came sneaking up and they
Pounding
yeah,
on the door.
and they walked up
The
your
door was
drive.
open.
She claims her driveway is almost a mile long. Now she'll say it is not. It's like a quarter and a half. Right? She lives on a mountain. You think the SWAT team is gonna? They have to identify themselves. You tried to call 911 and you called fucking London and by accident, and you think I'm the one that's convincing her that you? I don't have to convince her. I just had to show her. You're just mad because they're thinking for themselves now instead of
And
you
she's trying to-
thinking for them.
Yeah,
Right.
she's trying to
Because
distract.
remember, you told them all how horrible and scary I was and how much of a liar and I threatened your life. And look at, and now that's what you're upset about is they're seeing the real truth that you're fucking loony. Where are the phone? Where's the Jewish death threater? What's his name? Shit's getting real.
Yeah, and Dwayne Hauser.
Yeah, where's Dwayne Hauser? That's my favorite.
Can say, look, we weren't good for each other.
Why didn't you say
You
that?
know what? I still learned something in this relationship.
Oh.
That person still taught me things. That person still is a good person. And I wish the best for that person. I hope that
She
person
sounds like
will find
Pink.
great things. I don't wish anything bad.
I can't give you
See,
what
I
you
don't
want.
understand.
Look at her. She doesn't understand.
That's what I'm failing to understand here.
Um,
No.
it all started in 2019 when my chat was infiltrated by a woman from Boston. That was the beginning of the end for me. She was in love with me. She wanted to. She wanted to be me. She came on my piano. She wanted to make it drama, and she tried to take it over.
What's that accent?
That's Carolyn's New York accent. And then J Bells. Should we talk about J Bells? I think I was going to be her J Bells, and I just wouldn't do it because I didn't have the imagination. To be honest, look at me. You think I was going to play that game?
But what this person sent me,
Who?
because 80s girl has been relentless. She's been going after me. She's been going after Kevin. She's been going after
Kevin came in my chat, and you know he did because you either gave him permission or you sent him there. Okay? And he's never been back since. I think we mopped the floor with him like we did with Nikki Tits when you sent her over and all your other minions. Okay? The people that work for you. Remember the cat, all those, while you stay silent and they doxed my entire family. So shut. So don't sit there and say that 80s girl attacked Kevin. And you know what? Kevin can handle his own. Kevin, you know what? Seriously, take a link.
I don't think who else she went after.
Oh, look at her. She got to think.
She went after me. She went after Kevin.
Watch.
I know that, and of course, she went after this community.
Of course. The whole.
Here's what I'm saying. Today, I was sent a screenshot.
No, you
I
weren't.
really want to be sent them, but I saw it and I said, let me take a look at this. And it was 80s girl, of course. And she was saying,
what?
How can Carolyn, how must it feel to keep reading these horrible things about herself?
What?
That can't be healthy.
What?
And it was said in a way.
You're kidding.
She's thinking, oh boy.
What?
Let me just go in there.
How do you
keep, throwing all this.
I know you're a certified hypnotherapist, right? I know you're a certified hypnotherapist, but you don't have a clue what someone else is thinking or saying in a way. Was it said in a nefarious way?
Mm-hmm.
Or what was mine? Mine was saying it said in a
the ...
Yeah. I think it says BDT wants to kill you. That's what I think.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Oh, Elizabeth. Good Lord. Back out slowly. You're a lunatic, Carolyn. Remember what she said about the police on the fourth version, when she goes, and it sounded like, honey, give them something. They want our bank account. Like that. You're an idiot, Carolyn. You're an idiot. You have bigger things to fry than it.
This has got to hurt her. I bet this will really hurt her. And wow, 80s girl, you are a mother. I believe you're a grandmother. You're a mother-in-law.
Uh-oh.
You're, not a 20-year-old, okay? You're like the rest of us.
Yeah, not me.
How did you do this in your life? Really?
I know, right? 80s girl, that because I had to go to the bathroom. For, geez, you're demanding. Dang.
It's scary. It's
I had to pee.
unsettling. But and you guys, you're the ones that talk about karma and the universe and all of that. Do you not see that your own actions are beyond hateful?
Like what?
And that all that you put out there is hate?
Really?
So what do you think you get back? No wonder you guys are so
No,
miserable.
you
But
see,
always tell us how happy
exactly. You just proved your own point. What you put out there, you get back, Carolyn. See, you put out there, okay, that you're going to take someone to court. You're going to be big and bad. You're going to do your victim's impact statement. You're going to ruin someone's life. You're going to prevent them from making an income, right? You're going to get them off YouTube. They harass. You're the victim. You're the victim. And then what happens, Carolyn? You lose and it comes back at you tenfold. And here you are. And that's what you're explaining. Not anything about anyone else except for your own actions.
You're
That's
so
called
happy.
karma. See?
You're so happy to be in these other communities. But if you're happy to be in these other communities, why don't we see you happy in those other communities? Why are you still talking?
Why did you call the district attorney and say BBT said the word kitchen about me? If you think BBT said the word kitchen about me.
Mhm.
And another time, BBT said the word, I'm going to wiretap your ass.
Healthy Allison.
But she cut off the Veronica and the Aussie Allison part. And that's when she got caught. Just like she got caught from Heather's attorney. As what? She has no credibility.
That's
and
right.
Juries hate credibility-less people. More than judges.
If you're so zippity-doo-dah, happy, 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 that doesn't scream happy, happy, happy 80s girl, nor to any of you that do this.
Oh, see, she's the victim now.
And then you must realize the irony of calling this channel a snooze fest when all you do is watch it. You watch me, just like Howard Stern.
Says the person who's calling out subscribers. When have I called out even one of your subscribers? And they have all tormented me for years. And if you need me to show you, I can. The difference between showing and doing, saying, Carolyn, is you say the shit, you show your little teacups on there. So that when you produce this stuff to the district attorney, you can say, I'm just a little old mother who's in the kitchen trying to make a living, putting my kids through college. They're destroying my decoupage. They hate they mock my deceased son. They're bullies. This is what they do. I just stay in my own. I see they won't move on. And look at you.
Watch me more than my fans.
See? That's right, Kevo.
You guys watch me 24/7.
That's right.
If I was on 24/7, you wouldn't even leave your device.
You literally, you told that I said the word kitchen, and you made it sound as if it was nefarious towards you, and you wanted me in jail because of it. That is one example. Another example is when someone in my chat, which you are watching, okay, because it wasn't me, had a countdown, okay? Just a number. Again, you demanded that I go to jail because I didn't do it, but you were watching why weren't you moving on? Why were you watching a chat that you hated with 20 people in there? Why?
Why were you in there?
Right. We don't have time.
Free speech,
yeah, ma'am. We don't have time to watch YouTube videos. You know, Rhonda's dying laughing.
And that's proven. That's anybody's. The haters watch more than the fans.
That's right, boo boo.
Proven.
Look at all your haters.
The haters are watching with.
That's because she has more haters.
Yep.
With the intent to find something.
That's right.
To hate.
That's right. You assign people to my videos. I have it in writing.
If you were truly happy, see, you guys really can't look at your own lives, and how about looking at your own life? And
Did you read the document that was put out about you? And you want to talk about somebody evaluating their own life? You're considered not credible, Carolyn, and you're not. You lie under oath because you and I and everybody in my channel knows that we've known for a very long time now that I did not mark your deceased son, and you say you have the video and you won't show it. Why? Because you lied
Won't even bring it
under
up again.
oath.
Yeah.
Won't even respond to it. Why?
Won't even bring
Because
it up
you
again.
lied under oath. Why? Because you're not credible. And I'm not the only one that said it. Now it's confirmed. I just play an attorney on YouTube, but I play a good one. I figured your ass out.
Say, wow, if we were really having fun in our community, we'd be having some fun in our community.
Yeah, yeah. Because yours sounds like a fucking blast, right? I mean,
That's
yeah,
so
Sharon's been sleeping since 2018. Okay, she woke up once and insisted that her bathrobe was her wardrobe. Okay, that's the only time. All right, and the rest of the minions, okay, have all been your friends, and now they're all against you, and half of them are taking you to court. Should I continue?
We're really having fun in our community. We'd be having some fun in our community. We wouldn't be talking about Carolyn. Hi, 61. I sent your stuff out today. I sent you those boxes today, and I put a couple of other things in there. Hopefully you can use them somehow. Yeah, so show me where you're happy. Because I'm kind of missing it. What's ever sent my way just certainly doesn't look happy.
Do you see us every night? We love this fucking shit. The happiness we discrediting you, Carolyn, brings me happiness, and anyone else that can benefit from it brings me double happiness. Okay, and if someone laughs about how ridiculous you push yarn around at a festival, and 5 years later you're arguing that it was yarn that you were pushing in a straw. I think I would have argued it was a dog, just for sanity, to sound a little less crazy. Okay, I mean, I still don't know why you're pushing yarn around, but that's like I said. Okay. Secondly, you had no problem with my video, just how I displayed my videos, right? But now you're going to go on to insult them and call them clips.
And I really don't need anything sent my way. I know I appreciate you guys sending me stuff, and yeah, the court case, yeah, stuff for the court case, that's great. But
what?
These people are not happy. They're miserable, and they want to make other people miserable. Because misery loves company.
You're right. You're right.
And I will say that there is an honest person in one of those chats.
Oh.
And the honest person said, Carolyn, she doesn't like me, okay? She used to like me. She used to like me.
No, she liked your puzzle.
She believes something that she's being told by a creator. That's a lie.
What?
Rather than asking me about it.
What?
She's relying on these spliced up videos to tell her the truth.
No. Rather than asking you, so she wants you guys to ask her, right? So that she can tell you the version, any version she wants, right? She controls the narrative. These spliced up versions, they're your voice.
Yes, Elizabeth, it's you.
But what I'm showing is your words. They're not. You act like I'm splicing together my words. You're what? This is your video, stupid.
She's apologizing profusely to this other creator that she ever came to this channel.
Well,
when she was treated nothing but nice here.
Well, not really.
But I do appreciate her saying that Carolyn has great kids. She has a great life. She said, if I had Carolyn's life, I would be doing handstands. But then she said, instead of trying to be a YouTube star. So then what does she mean? That I can't have a great life and be a content creator on YouTube?
No, she thinks you're
wrong with me.
No.
I want to do that when I've had great success with that.
What great success?
For my family.
You've been in court how many times in 5 years are you calling that great success? What are you talking about? Great success? What the great success? Well, then go be successful. What are you wasting your time reading my comments for? My channel. And I think she was being sarcastic. Don't you, Debbie? Ca- were you donning the door? That she was on the door? But she's thanking you, Elizabeth. Okay? So if you would like to tell her you're welcome, that's fine with me. I still
That
don't know.
doesn't make sense, but I appreciate the first part, and I appreciate that you're honest, but these people that say they don't talk about my children, you guys do.
No.
Put videos up with my kids, and
No,
Yeah.
no. You put videos with your kids up to Carolyn. Get it right. You put videos up, and then you expect us to protect your kids when you don't protect them, Carolyn. And that's not my job or my responsibility. And I'm convinced, Carolyn, the reason you put videos of your kids up is so that people will be use them, and then you can do this. You can further be a victim and use it just like you're doing, or else you would protect your kids like I do. I have never put my kids on the internet, Carolyn. And guess who has talked about them? You. You have brought up my kids. You brought up my ex. You brought up my family. In fact, you sent someone by my house and described it, you psycho. And you want to fucking have the nerve of talking about kids, Carolyn? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself hard and dry because I'll ruin you every day on that. You're not going to fucking put that on me. I've never talked about your kids. In fact, I've defended your kids.
Exactly, 80s girl.
I've defended your kids, Carolyn, when you haven't defended your kids. And you know why you don't defend your kids, Carolyn? Because you continue to put them on the internet and then you blame everybody else for what you should be doing. You should protect your kids. It's not our responsibility.
Called a bad mother by Ivy Lynn. Put up a video where the whole chat called me a bad mother. Well, I shouldn't say the whole chat. Appreciate
No, I'm on.
that you're honest, but
Oh,
these
sorry.
people that say they don't talk about my children,
No, that's good. I
you
just
guys
by
do.
accident.
And you put videos up with my kids, and you know it's funny that that creator that got upset about being called a bad mother by Ivy Lynn put up a video where the whole chat called me a bad mother. Well, I shouldn't say the whole chat, majority of the chat.
When?
I was a bad mother. But see, I don't need you to validate me being a good or a bad mother, because you know what validates it? My children.
Then don't talk about
That's
it.
the only opinion that matters.
Good.
And that's the only thing.
Okay.
How my children are. And my children, pretty dang good.
Then who said they
They
weren't?
do some pretty amazing things, and there's some pretty amazing people.
And you're the only one that talks about them and uses them. Nobody else has ever said anything different about your kids. In fact, everybody agrees with what you're saying about your kids. You're the only ones. You're the only one that exposes them and puts them on the internet. Period.
And so, no matter what you say about me, you're not going to convince me that I'm a bad mother.
Nobody's trying,
Okay.
but sounds a little
Am I a
defensive.
perfect mother? No, not at all. Am I a good mother? You bet.
And you notice,
Do I love my kids more than anything?
and you notice, you know what she did there too? You notice what she just did there? She admitted that I didn't say anything about her mothering or her kids. She said it was said in my chat, right? And what did she do? She goes after my mothering and my kids. That's what she do. That's what every creator does. I'm not responsible for what chats say, or you'd be fucked, Carolyn. You'd be royally fucked. Because if you want to start putting out what chats say, what your chat has said about me over the years and done, you'd be ruined. Your channel would be ruined.
You bet.
You bet.
Okay? So, please. You know, I mean, and the thing is, it's just crazy. I don't know why you guys cannot just move on.
Oh,
I
see?
really don't.
She wants to move on now.
An 80s girl, and I mean this when I say this, I'm going to pray for you because you must be in some kind of torturous pain to behave so mean to people that were nothing but nice to you. Even Kevin,
who came to my channel, you
my
idiot.
YouTube husband.
You're an idiot.
Yeah. The crap you say there.
You're an idiot.
Okay. And to me, 80s girl, and then to lie that I ripped your head off, went up one side and down the other.
You don't watch anything, huh? Jeez.
Okay.
Now you've done it. That's
Anyway,
it. Anyways,
so I don't know what we're doing tonight.
because 80s girls
Without
ruined my,
option.
my entire night. Have you
I
seen
do have stuff. I'm trying to put stuff away. I'm
Ca-
trying to
Carolyn?
get.
Have you read? Has your attorney been in touch with you? You might want to take a little gander at what's been said about your, you know, your ability to be, what's the word? Credible, truthful, honest. Everything that everybody knows already. You've been caught in lies, manipulating, giving over evidence that you know has nothing to do with the time frame, never mind the context. Yeah, sounds familiar to me. Here's the video of me mocking your deceased son. You have it, remember?
Stuff done here, but there is stuff. I mean, I don't know if anybody is interested in this jar.
Nope.
But I would be selling this jar.
Nope.
It comes with a
Nope.
like a stainless
Garbage.
top.
Garbage.
Anyway.
Nope.
We'll see. I'll have to talk to the people in Zoom. I just wanted to address some of these people, and I honestly do mean it. You know, Ada's girl, I wish no ill will on any of you. See, I don't do that.
Wait.
Because exactly.
You literally said, okay, you wanted me in jail. You wanted me off the internet. You wanted me court ordered to have therapy for 2 years. You wanted me in probation, and you wanted me to go in front of the court. Is every single time you accused me of something, providing absolutely no evidence whatsoever or manipulated evidence. Okay. So she's telling us how she has no wish for, she doesn't wish any ill will against any of us. She has no ill will against us. And we're just, it's just our.
Why waste a moment of
Oh,
your time?
Right. Listen.
We'll see. I'll have to talk to the people in Zoom. I just wanted to address some of these people, and I honestly do mean it. You know, Ada's girl, I wish no ill will on any of you. See, I don't do that because exactly all of what you're putting out there, that's what you're living in.
Like
because
lawsuits.
That's what's all surrounding you.
Yep.
I don't want to be surrounded by that. And I know 80s group.
Well, that's what happens when you file. You filed suit in 2019 against me. Remember, you wanted to. You remember you said that I wiretapped your ass in 2019 and put it out there for everyone to hear,
Right.
and I played it, and everybody heard it, and oh my, and you used it again, and you even explained over and over. How many times did you explain what was said? You knew, and then you write in a fucking sworn affidavit that you claim you didn't swear to, okay, that you had no knowledge that you were being either recorded and it was never played until 2022. That's what you swore to. And you lied. And you then went on to say that I was a fucking monster. All so that
That's
you
right.
could do your little fake fraud. You have no idea, you
That she
guys.
planned
Yep.
all along.
All of this has been planned since 2019. She even admits it 2 nights before she files with the police, saying, I have been trying to get this done
Right.
since 2019. You have no idea what
What it
I've had to find out, what I've had to figure out, how to do the hoops I've had to jump through to get this done. And now,
Your hardest.
2 days
You
later,
want to think that the horrible things you're putting out
see,
are making me miserable because you said, oh, it can't possibly be healthy reading these things about yourself. But you know what's not healthy, 80s girl, is that you're writing those things and you're saying those things. Okay? Because I don't live for your opinion. I see what you write. I know where it's coming from.
But she calls
So how would
people's
that
attention
be
to it.
unhealthy to me? What's troubling to me? Okay, and I really hope you get with a good therapist.
A therapist.
Is that
therapist.
you want to make me
Therapist.
feel that way?
Therapist.
And you're hoping that what you're putting out there is making me feel that way. That's troubling. But seeing what people whose opinions I don't value, who I feel sorry for, I really do.
Who?
Because you must be living in misery to want to make people around you miserable. Otherwise, hey, even if we didn't click, even if you said, hey, you know what? I don't like Carolyn. She's not my style. I don't like her. You could step away,
Step away.
wish me well, wish you well, and that's it.
Oh,
But what are you going on with the nastiness? 80s girl, you're going to go into a new year now. Is it going to be 3 years that you continue on the screen doxing so to and I pushed you right by breaking? That's what her whole channel is. She's toast, huh, Christy? Love you, I know. Okay? She is spreading a horrific lie that Scooter and I were joking about Abby and Libby from the Delta to the point that she's dangerous. Someone is going to get hurt. Playing me, lying about me. Now she's attacking Sharon. To go into this. I didn't want her to do this with her doozies right now. Let me put it. We've had it. They made a terrible mistake. And they made a horrible, terrible mistake. Something that we knew about regarding recorded phone calls, which Massachusetts is a two-party state. And as they called us liars, when Jimmy and I both said that they recorded our phone call, she swore up and down, no, those were just voice messages. Until the other night, her assistant was away and she was in a manic 7-hour live stream. And by the grace of God, I was laying down. I flipped onto my YouTube and I heard the words, yeah, this is when Carolyn called me, when Debbie and I were here, and her and Jimmy got on the phone, and I have this, and Carolyn doesn't know I have this, and I'm going to play it for the first time tonight. She recorded, without our permission, a telephone call, and she played it. And she played it for hundreds of people. That is a felony in Massachusetts. And you know what? I sprung up. Jimmy said, what is it? I said, she just admitted what we have known this whole time, that she recorded that phone call. Because I have already spoke to someone almost 4 years ago in the Billerica.
move on. Move
Police
on.
Department.
4 years.
Okay? About this.
Move on.
I have already spoken to them.
Move
And
on.
you see, because it was Jimmy and I on that
Move
phone call,
on.
one of us
Why would you?
was alerted to the fact that she was recording. That's 2 felonies.
Oh.
That's 2 charges. 2.
Oh, why would you want to
And,
live like this?
She admits her and Debbie were there, and Debbie's speaking in the
Why?
background. She lets this play, and I have 15 minutes that I ran down, and I knew that she would delete it.
Now,
Admits her and
what was that you were saying about what you put out there, you get back?
Yeah.
What was that about? What was that you saying about karma and you know what you? I think I might have it. I can see if I have it. I should have it. You said something about like what if you put stuff out there that like it's gonna come back to you, right, Debbie? Something like that. I've
doing this, or are you going to stop? I really hope you get with a good therapist. Is that you want to make me feel that way. And you're hoping that what you're putting out there is making me feel that way. That's troubling. But seeing what people whose opinions I don't value, who I feel sorry for, I really do, because you must be living in misery to want to make people around you miserable. Otherwise, hey, even if we didn't click, even if you
See?
say, hey, you know what, I don't like
See?
Carolyn, she's not my style, I don't like her, you could step
See?
away, wish me well, wish you well, and that's it. But what are you going on with the nastiness?
Oh,
80s girl,
wait, what?
you're going to go into a new year now. Is it going to be 3 years?
You went into
that you're
5.
doing this, or are you going to stop? Because you're only hurting yourself. I know you say, oh, this is not healthy for me.
No speakable content
Ah.
can be found on the screen.
What?
Sense, but I appreciate the first part, and I appreciate that you're honest. But these people that say they don't talk about my children, to the fact that she was recording, that's too. Already spoke to someone who almost 4 years ago in the Billerica Police Department.
Caligood.
Okay, about
Caligood.
this, I've already spoken to them, and you see, because it was Jimmy and I on that phone call, and neither one of us was alerted to the fact that she was recording. That's 2 felonies. That's 2 charges. 2. And she admits her and Debbie were there, and Debbie's speaking in the background, and she lets this play. And I have 15 minutes because I ran down and I knew that she would delete the video. But you see, she didn't even know what she
imagine how unhappy you have to be to do this. I mean, who would waste a moment of their life? Okay, you guys, like, you need therapy, Carol.
and
Like,
put videos up
see?
on my kids.
Look at.
You know, it's funny that
Look.
creator that got upset about being called a bad mother by Ivy Lynn put up a video where the whole chat.
She
called
doesn't
me a
watch
bad
anything.
mother. I shouldn't say the whole chat. Majority of the chat.
Majority of the
Bad
chat.
mother. But see, I don't need you to validate me being a good or a bad mother, because you know what validates it? My
What?
children.
Aw.
I have
That's
something.
the only opinion
What?
that matters.
Well, I'll shoot.
Doesn't she go on to say how miserable she is and how much she hates this time of year, and she wishes? Mhm.
I'm in the burnt beans, you know, BBC Boston's burnt beans, right around a minute, 45 minutes.
Yep.
She comments very heavily on your being a mother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Being a mother.
Yep.
The funny thing is,
Yep.
being a mother.
And then she talks about my ex's house. She let someone say
that's in the sour milk and cookies
she
one.
accuses me of calling DCF on her, where she literally says that and Salt and Pepper goes, so you have proof that she called DCF? And she goes, I never said she did that. I never said. Her whole panel did.
Yeah, that's what it was, Gigi. 80s girl, exactly.
You're a scumbag. You've done nothing but talk about my family, my ex. In fact, you remember in 2019, you were the one that said, I mean, I wouldn't be making death threats if I was going through a custody battle.
Right.
That was all you dumb bitch. Just like you don't, what?
I said I did that too.
True.
Just like you don't dox, right?
So
Yeah, okay.
she's apologizing profusely to this other creator that she ever came. That's wrong of me. You know what validates it? My children. That's the only opinion that matters. And that's the only thing. How my children are.
Good.
And my children are pretty dang good.
Good. Who said they weren't?
Do some pretty amazing things, and there's some pretty amazing people. And so, no matter what you say about me, you're not going to convince me that I'm a bad mother. Okay? Am I a perfect mother? No, not at all.
80s
Am I a
keep
good
saying
mother?
that one
You
video
bet.
convinced her.
Do I love my kids more than anything? You bet.
Carolyn,
Okay? So,
do you know how many fucking comments you posted on your fucking videos that encouraged people to call DCF? Remember, Debbie?
Oh yeah.
And gave out the fucking this was years ago, gave out the fucking like licensing board, And that's why
And FBI.
and that's why people just mimic this today. See what happens? Crazy people out there that were part of her little fucking hype crew back then. You see them sitting, giving donos, and then their little love fest fell apart. And now that they're willing to take someone down together. That's for sure. Okay, talking behind the scenes and bullshit. But yet seems to forget that you're the one that created that. Okay, and if you haven't noticed, it's exactly what you do and what you say, and you said it all first. Okay, and it's all lies, and it all came from you. You accuse me of the SWAT. You accuse me of all of it, even the fucking pipe bombs. I wasn't even around.
I mean, and the thing is, it's just crazy. I don't know why you guys cannot just move on.
What?
I really
See,
don't.
now she wants to move on. Why didn't you want to move on?
80s girl, and I mean this when
Do you-
I say this.
Do you remember how pissed she got at Randy? She was going to call the prosecutor because Randy said that she had the choice to drop the case, which she could have. She could have absolutely said to the prosecutor, I don't want to go forward anymore on this. Let's just let it go. Let her go her way. I'll go my way. Right? Nope. She knew that. That's why she got so mad at Randy when Randy fucking said that, because she knew it was the truth, and she went ballistic, and she's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar. And that's called karma. See, now what you're going through, karma is a bitch. And your karma is going to be, hope you like orange. See you later.
I am going to pray for you, because
Pray for yourself, bitch.
You must be in some kind of torturous pain.
Yeah.
To behave
80s
so
girl.
mean.
To behave so
People
mean.
that were nothing but nice to you. Even Kevin,
Kevin came over to.
my YouTube husband. Yeah. The
He's
crap you did
gay.
there,
You weirdo. He's not your husband.
And to me, 80s girl, and that's a lie. That I ripped your head off, went up one side.
Yeah, because that's so unheard of. Are you serious, Carolyn?
Okay.
That's
Anyway,
that's
so
outlandish,
I don't
80s
know
girl.
what we're doing tonight about an auction.
You guys, literally, she's being sued in federal court, and she's called out by the opposing counsel as being so uncredible that they have proof that she intentionally provided her misappropriated dates and times intentionally that had nothing to do with the videos that were under scrutiny, and she did it intentionally, and they're calling her what is it? How do you say non-credible or discreditable or uncredible?
Not incredible.
She's not credible at all.
Ambiguous and
she's a liar. Yep. And they said she contradicts herself constantly with her. And what? Hello. I mean, and she's worried about 80s girl. You're a nut. You're a nut. You're a nut. You're a nut. Nut. My kids used to sing that song. You're a nut.
I do have stuff. I'm trying to put stuff away.
80s girl, you ruined her whole night.
I do have
stuff done here, but there is stuff. I mean,
stuff.
I don't know if anybody is interested in this jar, but I would be selling this jar.
Stuff.
It comes with a stainless steel
Truth serum.
Anyway,
She doesn't even talk.
We'll see. I'll have to talk to the people in Zoom. I just wanted to address some of these.
And sell a cup while you're at it.
I do mean it. 80s girl, I wish no ill will on any of you. See, I don't do that.
She's showing
Because
candles and
exactly
cups right now.
all of what you're putting out there, that's what you're living in, because that's what's all surrounding you. I don't want to be heavy because they were too busy running around looking for stuff to make up about me that Debbie didn't even realize what her friend did and how she's incriminated. And not one person in her chat said anything when they know she lives in Massachusetts and she put up a phone call she said she recorded. So this is the great thing. They don't even freaking know this.
It's great.
Jimmy goes to me, go down, get it. We screen recorded that 15 minutes where she freaking incriminated herself. Yeah. As BBT, you effed up, BBT. You effed up.
I give full permission. In fact, I request, since I know you're not watching this or reading my chat or paying any attention to who's saying what in my chat, why don't you ever respond to what I'm saying? Forget 80s girl. Play that video where you have 15 minutes, where I played 15 minutes and I used this.
And
right. And
you mocked her to see.
Yep, and I marked you to see son. Play those videos, Carolyn. Start with those two. 15 minutes where you can play.
Yeah. You and Debbie really effed up this time.
She said I didn't know.
You weren't there.
She said I didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
I grabbed that recording. Her video went down for copyright. She doesn't know how to edit it because all she'd have to do is take out the music. But
so listen to what she just said. So why would my video go down for copyright, Debbie? That would mean I violated. That was the original content.
She said it's because of music, but we don't know how to edit it.
No, she said copy. Oh yeah, but she told us. Oh, that's right. She told us. She said all you have to do. First, she says you're not allowed to edit.
Carolyn, that's a threat, right? So while they're sitting there trying to slander and lie about Scooter and I and Delphi, they should have been.
That's what it was about.
Assistant should have been watching your.
That's what it was
about. Especially when you incriminated her, as she was right there and complicit in that whole thing, right? Instead, you're trying to find out and trying to mislead people. So you have a lot to deal with. You have a lot coming your way. And you know what?
What?
I have a YouTube angel, as somebody would tell me.
And you wonder why. So now here, you wanted me to explain it to you. Yeah. Here's the explanation, Carolyn. When you sit there in your gaming chair, okay, and you say, okay, in your little tone that you have there, because you think you got your moment, right? And the whole community was banding together. Oh, look at it. Carolyn was right. Look at BBT's going to jail. Look at her. Oh, look at this. Oh, let's cover it. Oh my God. Let's read the doc. Okay. And you said you hated that people were reading them because they were getting everything wrong. She didn't like that. Right. All right. You said nothing. You literally sat there and you lied time and time again, saying how you were a victim. You absolutely know for a fact in 2019 you said the exact same words, same thing, same exact words. And
while I was drifting off to sleep, I switched that on and heard those words that my husband and I knew.
Watch.
You recorded our conversations and you swore up and down you didn't. You incriminated your own self. It was just a matter of time.
How did I swear up and she literally said you swore up and down you didn't. How, if I just did it, how did she when did I swear up and down I didn't do something that I just did? Right? She said I just played it that night, correct?
Yeah.
You should have been watching my butt.
Yeah.
Right?
But I was.
How did I swear up and down that I never did? Those were voice texts. And you swore up and down that you didn't. So you already accused me of this. And I said the same thing I said from day one.
You incriminated your own self. It was just a matter of time.
But she couldn't move on, right? Until she did. Look at. Well, you were waiting 5 years.
That's all it is.
Let's move on, BBT.
Move on. Move on. What is wrong with you that you can't move on, 80s girl?
To Scooter, one of the scariest things is how determined this person is to continue the harassment.
Look. See how she changed it to harassment? See?
Will be live on Christmas Day ranting for hours about MRB. Of course, I am her entire life.
See how she switches it now?
I'm her entire life. Oh, she eats, drinks, and sleeps.
Eats.
Yep. Am I thirsty?
And Mac the Knife. Well, Pitbull, she wanted her emails shown. She begged for her emails to be shown.
I wanted you off the internet. I begged for you to shut the fuck up, and you won't listen for 1 second. But now, because it's alleged, how do I want my emails to be shown before you show them? She's saying you gave me permission to show emails that you didn't know I was going to show.
And the whole time, Kevin's in all capital letters.
Right.
These were asked to be shown.
How did I know?
Showing you
Right.
before.
How do you literally? She said you begged for these to be shown. How did I know you were going to show something? How do you know? I didn't. You begged for something I didn't know.
They were BBT's emails. She was reading them that night.
Right.
December 1st, 2020.
So every email I ever sent her, allegedly, okay, with her spins and her redaction and her changes and her, her context and her, all this stuff. Watch, look.
Ever do it. Hold on, I'm
What?
warming up my coffee. She said I would never, ever do it.
See?
Well, I did it.
So
Scooter, do you have anything to say about
she's real proud of herself. She read out our emails when we were allegedly friends, okay? So when I talked about my kids, or allegedly when I did this, or allegedly, right, when I did that. But she speeds me up and she does all these little techniques and she takes it out of context and then she repeats herself and she makes me look stupid and yep. And she says, and one I caught her, the best one was the one I caught where she fucks up the date and she makes my response, okay, before her original email. How you prove that? Then right then and there, the police were like, "This get the fuck out of here with this bullshit." I mean, it's absolute horseshit.
Take the time to say it.
And if she wants to say that they're truly my personal emails, well, then she's violating a privacy, my right to privacy, and that's my constitutional right, and that's illegal in the state of New York. Go read about it. You know why? Because her intentions are nefarious. It's to harass and to humiliate. That's why she's doing it. And if she wants to say those are my real emails, then she admits that I was under the impression that those were going to be kept private and anonymous. And she's laughing as she's humiliating me, talking about my custody battle. So she could choose either way she wants to choose it. That's fine with me. Like I said, I let her do the choose. This is about her words, not mine. But as I've read over the court, it seems like that an attorney has finally figured out that she's attempting to do exactly what she's been doing to me, have it both ways. And now, unfortunately, my position, was very different in a legal sense, but a civil lawsuit and a criminal one, to night and day. However, the point of what I'm saying is that when a person swears under oath, whether it's civil, whether it's criminal, whether it's whether it's a settlement, whether it's a deposition, whether it's an agreement, whether it's a motion, whether it's an affidavit, whether it's a anything, right? That is what matters, and that is what she's being called out. The Heather's attorney, if you read the document, I showed it. Heather's attorney is not like writing these like 30-page, magical documents. You know what I'm saying? He figured her out in fucking 5 seconds. He sees right through her. That's beautiful. He can see right through her. What he's saying is she's so not credible, that I'm demanding nothing less than a jury of my peers, right, which is Heather's constitutional right, as a plaintiff, right, be the deciding factor of this. Do you want to know why? Because that's what the justice system was designed for, okay, to prevent people from doing things like she's trying to get away with doing. And Heather's going to use this to her advantage smartly and say, if she's willing to do this in a court of law. Can you imagine what she's willing to do and say, right, to YouTube, to write in her takedown notice, her DMC takedown. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, Heather's attorney is smart to say he's
From the
saying
very
it,
beginning.
right.
She's been,
He doesn't have to take, he's not submitting a document, 400-page document to prove it. He could prove it in 2 pages
By
because he
first
sees
sentence.
right through her. Right. He sees right through her. He requested certain
and she refused certain things. Yeah.
right. He requested certain information to be provided by a certain date. And it's very obvious by what Carolyn did, and you can't blame your attorney
No.
by what Carolyn attempted to do, right? It was very obvious
At first,
her goal
avoiding it,
and
yeah.
her objective was to avoid, and then it was to manipulate, and then it was to reverse blame.
And just think she could get away with it like she does on YouTube.
Right. And you want to know, and I'm probably willing to bet that thinking that she was not at least exposed or caught yet, with inverted commas, right, from other situations that she has brought legally upon herself, probably have brought a false sense of confidence and security, because you've heard her say how Ron screwed Randy is, and she
Right.
uses Massachusetts as her like, what is it called, like her, that's what she says, like she counts on Massachusetts as to back her for what she's claiming.
Whatever it is.
Right.
Whatever
Like,
narrative is.
that's not gonna, or Susan Rusak,
She thought she could pull the same tricks.
Exactly. And she's realizing, or if she has it, for some
She will
reason,
be soon.
I don't know why she's choosing to focus on 80s girl.
You don't.
No offense, 80s girl, but
Or the SWAT.
right, or the SWAT,
from
right,
1920.
right.
1920.
Maybe that,
Yeah,
but then you don't have to. Then, but I guess if that allows her to not have to focus on what I've been talking about for the last 3 nights, which is, it seems as though she actually lied under oath, and furthermore produced exhibits that were intentionally of a misleading nature, and then swore under oath that she made a good faith effort to produce those exhibits when requested by opposing counsel.
And she,
right?
in good faith, thought it was copyright.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why. Yeah. And then she's swearing.
So now she's going back to swearing there was a true SWAT.
Right. Because what's better to focus on than a SWAT? I mean, I would be all over a SWAT rather than a.
She even said the pipe bombs in her yard was so.
Yes, you'd want to talk about pipe bombs, you guys.
Or something.
You want to talk about pipe bombs, or you want to talk about the fact that an attorney put on a public document that you are the most uncredible, like, fucking, like, she was even deposed.
Yeah. It's
self-serving. Self-serving, right.
Lengthy self-serving.
Self-serving.
I'm gonna crash, guys. I gotta work tomorrow.
Good night, Debbie.
Good night.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bring me everything. So, like, do you understand that she's even, like, willing to testify on when you're deposed? Okay, a deposition. Listen, what a deposition is it's designed to save time, right? In case you're preparing kind of loosely in case you go to trial. So if you get deposed by opposing counsel, right? Whether you're a witness, whether you're the defendant, whether you're a relative, whether you're anything, right? Whatever you can add to either the plaintiff or the defendant's case is the reason you'll be called to testify or deposed, right? A deposition will happen outside of court, right? It can happen outside of court, right? at an attorney's office. It can, or over Zoom. Can be very casual. Okay, a lot oftentimes they are, especially in situations like this. I'm not saying they are. It was. I'm just saying. Otherwise, you would have to be deposed at trial, and we know they haven't gone to trial yet. So if you hear them talking about a deposition and what was the response when when testifying under oath at a deposition, you're going to know that they were deposed at a place other than trial. Like, for example, usually it's done at the plaintiff's or the prosecutor's um, office. Do you know what I'm saying? And then both parties will be deposed on record. So they will have on record means that they'll have person that will transcribe what every word said, and usually it'll be like video or audio and recorded as well. Um, there's no judge there at all. It's just your two attorneys, the witness who you're going to be deposing, and the opposing counsel, and like the plaintiffs. So the other, you know what I mean? So if it would be like Heather, right? Carolyn, Carolyn's counsel, Heather's counsel, and let's say that they were deposing each other, which usually is what happens first. Let's right. They would already have known in advance, right? Who's going to be deposed that day. So let's say it would be let's say on the first day, right, of the deposition of someone being deposed, right? It would be Carolyn being deposed by Heather's counsel, right? In advance of being deposed, Carolyn would have had ample opportunity to not only anticipate sh- being deposed by the plaintiff's counsel, Heather's attorney, right? She would be given an opportunity to prepare with her counsel in anticipation for what probably might be asked, or what how she should answer certain things, what she should do, blah 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 blah, to get her comfortable to be able to do it. You know what I mean? And what do they say over and over and over and over to nauseum? And anyone who has even minimal experience to knowing about this could even you could Google it and you could confirm what I'm saying. Okay, they are overly to a level that's nauseum. Okay, informed that they have their constitutional right. Okay, and that the only expectation is that they tell the truth, the whole truth, and not the but the truth, so help them God. And they have to swear under oath that everything they said before, okay, they testify, and after they give their testimony, they have to swear that not only will they speak the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God, but after it's over, they make them sign, okay, under oath and on record, okay, that what the answers they gave today were the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and they accept the pains and perjury should they be caught, um, you know, lying under oath. So if somebody can go back, let's say Heather can go back 3 years from now, or I could go back and show that Carolyn lied about da, right? Especially at a trial, okay, or a deposition is preparing for a trial. Okay, a deposition is to prevent having to do that. It's to save time during a trial. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a technique that is extremely commonly done. Okay. Um, if look it up. It's extremely easy to look it up. Um, Sorry, Scooter Pies. You feel me though? You feel me? You feel me? Do you know what I'm trying to say here? Is it all making sense? Like I said, I just play a YouTube attorney online. My rates are very reasonable, okay? I assure you, my rates are not what you think that they might be. In fact, I can even be, they can be negotiated. Let's continue on. Let's hear, because I don't really want. I mean, if you guys have to be careful, can't be dark in the dawn. Okay, Elizabeth, I don't want to hear you. 80s girl, I think you're in trouble still. As far as I think you're still in trouble, and I don't like this. So we're just gonna have to.
Surrounded by that. And I know, 80s girl, you're trying your hardest. You want to think that the horrible things you're putting out are making me miserable, because you said, oh, it can't possibly be healthy reading these things about yourself. But you know what's not healthy, 80s girl, is that you're writing those things and you're saying those things.
Girl, you're kind of saying them. She
Because
didn't.
I don't live for your opinion.
Well, it sounds
When
like
I
you
see
do.
what you write, I know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
So how would that be unhealthy to me? What's troubling to me?
Well,
Okay, and
you're
I
almost.
really hope you get with a good therapist.
You're almost at
is
8
that
is hour
you
2,
want to make me feel that way,
and I have
and you're hoping
15
that what you're
minutes
putting out there is making me feel that way.
because I ran down.
That's troubling. But seeing what people whose opinions I don't value, who I feel sorry for, I really do, because you must be living in misery to want to make people around you miserable. Otherwise, hey, even if we didn't click, even if you said, hey, you know what, I don't like Carolyn, she's not my style, I don't like her,
Oh,
you could step away, wish me well, wish you well, and that's it.
but you waited 5 years to
Are you
prosecute
going
someone.
on with the nastiness?
5 years.
You're going to go into a new year now. Is it going to be 3 years that you continue doing this, or are you going to stop?
You got a
You're only hurting
number.
yourself. Oh, this is not healthy for me. But I see through that. You realize that, and you're the one that's doing it. It's not healthy for you, 80s girl. It's not healthy for you to be around nothing but hate. Okay, it really isn't. And stop just sitting there believing what people say, that this happened in court and that. Did you read it in a and you can't lead a
Hold on,
lead a
this
horse to
this
water.
is my greatest. Watch this part.
Okay, it really isn't. And stop just sitting there believing what people say, that this happened in court and that. Did you read it in a court transcript? Because I never testified in Massachusetts. And everything that's being told over there, well, you're being misled, but you know what? Keep being misled. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. So anyway, that's what I have to say. It's sad.
Wait.
I feel sorry for you believing what people say, that this happened in court and that. Did you read it in a court transcript? Because I never testified in Massachusetts. And everything that's being told over there, well, you're being misled, but you know what? Keep being misled. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. So anyway, that's what I have to say. It's sad. I feel sorry for you guys. Really do.
She does, you guys.
I will pray for you, and I really mean that. That's not just lip service. I will. And
if you don't you think that it cheapens the prayer if you have to tell somebody that you're really, really, really going to pray for them? I really, really am. That's true. Imagine if you have to say, like, if you have to put prayer and true and convince somebody, where's Gigi? Gigi. Really? That's true. That's true. I really will pray for you. That's true. It's true. I'm not lying. Usually I lie about who I'm going to pray for. This time I'm not lying. 80s girl, typically I'm lying. But this one's for true. Lip service, prayers.
What did Kevin say? Kevin said, 80s, take a big basket the day you stand in judgment because you will reap what you have sowed when that time comes. Exactly. And that's what you don't understand.
Look, 80s girl, literally, we are at almost 27 minutes of her standing in judgment of you being a mother, um, you 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 being a friend, you being calling out Kevin, you being a grandmother. I mean, standing in judgment. Is she serious? Did you? How do you? Can, literally, she said that standing in judgment.
And maybe some of you don't believe. And maybe that's where that comes from. I don't know.
What? In God.
You don't.
Imagine this. Listen to this.
I will pray for you, and I really mean that. That's not just lip service. I will.
Can you say no, thank you?
And
Debbie's asleep, so.
what did Kevin say? Kevin said, 80s, take a big basket the day you stand in judgment.
So then she insults you.
When that time comes. Exactly. And that's what you don't understand. And maybe some of you don't believe. And maybe that's where that comes from. I don't know.
Believe what?
Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't think you'll ever stand in judgment. Maybe you think there is no God. Maybe you think you just go on with your own life.
This is the person, you guys, that Heather's attorney literally put in their motion, in their response, okay, in his response, that Carolyn is non-credible. She lies. She contradicts herself. She intentionally misrepresents dates and times. She provides information knowingly that's knowingly, not accurate. Okay, and don't do. I'm paraphrasing, but you feel free to go read it yourself. It's out there. It's public. That's what Carolyn says, right, Carolyn? You want to read it right from a document? There you go. You said I'd never do it. There it is. I did it. You wanted me to read right from a document, didn't you? Do you want me to read it again for you? Put a 1 if you want to hear it again. Go ahead. I'd have to find it. Never mind. I'll never be able to find it. Debbie has it. Well, I could go back to my old video. It's a dramatic reading. But my point is all that it's not even all it is very, 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 very big words to say that Carolyn's a liar, a con. What? Help me, Rhonda. What's the one for again? Was that? I should have said a yes or a no. Was that a? Was that a yes? Was that a yes or? Anyways, my point is that it it's not like help to know how his attorney needed a 70-page document debunking all this shit from Carolyn. He saw right through her. Just like, I mean, what the hell? So Carolyn, are you going to say that everything that Heather produces for exhibits is going to be what? Clipped up fake channel shit? That's what she said. I got to find that part where she said, but she says that. Oh yeah, right. Okay, I'll see. I gotta get.
That'll be
What?
right if you're wrong.
But, wait, what was that?
Maybe some of you don't believe, and maybe that's where that comes from. I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe
I
you don't think you'll ever
believe I
stand in
could
judgment. Maybe you think
fly.
there is no God. Maybe you think you just go on with your own life. What a sorry day that'll be, right? If you're wrong.
Sort of,
But,
sort of like what
yeah,
you
I
did,
don't know.
sort of like what you did to me. When you stood there thinking that you were just going to go on with your life, and I was, you know, and I was going to be ruined. And you don't even mention my name, Carolyn, when my shit was going on. When you could focus on everybody else, okay? You don't even mention my. That's how impactful it was. That's how damaging it was to you. That's how. Oh, that's how it caused a SWAT to happen on your property, right? That's what it did. It caused the SWAT. Because Sarah Kuda smiles. BBT, we knew you, Sarah Kuda smiles. We could try that, the other one too. Hold on, let's try this one too. This is always a good one. I like this BBT one. She's very, very articulate in the BBT one. Because she doesn't mince words with this one. Hold on, let me see. She talks about how, yeah, ready? This one. This was 2 days before she filed with the police department.
Now, did you read that?
Watch. 2 minutes, 2 days before. Maybe one. Debbie's better with the timeline. Either way, it's one or two.
A disability, if you're so afraid. 2019, and she's going through certain things for the channel, and she has a whole paragraph on BBT.
So she's reading out what other people are saying about me. She's reading about emails. She's reading about other friends. She's reading, she's lying. And people are believing her yet again. Why? Because she's got about 30,000 people in her channel about this time. And she did her homework because she was determined.
Okay, so this is so much. This is the one before this email.
Actually, I don't remember. I'll have to go back and check because.
Okay, so I will release those voicemails.
Oh, see?
It's on the
Voicemail.
video. Play them directly from my phone where they are.
Wait, what kind of voicemails? Hold on, wait, what?
Okay,
How'd you get
so-
voicemails if I recorded you? Wait a second. Because this was the night before I allegedly played. Wait a second. That's weird. That's a weird thing to say. The night before.
Carry custody battle. She's telling people that I'm
Look, see?
obsessed with her, harassing her. I want a restraining order on her, and she's telling people this. It is really sick, and if she does not stop bothering me or threatening me, I will go to the police, which I did, with these recorded threats of hers. Thanks for caring.
Recorded threats. So she talks about my custody battle, but she doesn't mention kids, right, Carolyn? You don't talk about kids, right, Carolyn? Right? But if you read it, it's okay, right, Carolyn? See how this works? She doxes. She goes real life. She's a scumbag. She's been doing it since 2019, and she's a liar. And now it's proven in court under oath that she's a liar. You got caught. You got caught. Because you are a liar.
Oh. Where they are. And send them my video so they can
Wait,
check it out.
hold on, right?
Okay, so I will release those voicemails.
Wait, what voicemails?
On a video and play them directly from my phone where they are.
Wait. Okay.
And go and get all of these emails redacted
Oh,
and put it up on Truth Brigade as well. I'll
Truth
send that all to them. And
Why?
Send them my video so they can put it up.
Truth Brigade.
They'll do that for me.
Why?
And we'll put that all up there so they can watch that all there.
What?
Now, I'll say anybody have any questions, come on up.
Oh.
Oh, Lone Wolf is here. Let's see. Leslie Capital. Mommy, why don't you just sit here and be done? That's my question. Because we are in the process of that, but do you understand?
So it.
Number one, how much evidence you have to have. Number two, how much money you need to have. Number three, we are going in a to try to first defamation is hard. So
Wait.
targeted harassment is
What about intellectual? What about
now,
intellect?
every time she
Wait,
tags
wait.
me,
Sorry.
tags me repeatedly.
Sorry.
That's all been saved.
What about intellectual property? And even more concerning, what about credible death threats? And even more concerning, what about illegal federal wiretapping interstate? Because this was one night before she filed criminal charges to have me prosecuted by the district attorney of Massachusetts. Listen to
That's
what she
targeted
says.
harassment.
Listen.
She said she's suing me and being served. I never got anything. I was served. So did a few other people say that. So if they were suing me and going to serve me, well, let's see what's going on. We're going to law enforcement first, which has slowed things up because law enforcement has to keep checking things. And that's what the first time when I went through with her.
Wait, what?
The FBI, which it had to go to because she's in a different state.
Oh, wait, what?
There's a lot of factors you don't understand. And where if she was in New York State and made those threats, I could have had her arrested immediately.
Wait, what
Then I would
threats?
have had criminal, she would
What
have had a
threats?
criminal charge
I-
at that point.
What threats? I thought you said we already did that. We already went through this and tried to have her charged. But you said they were death threats instead of recorded phone calls. Remember? Listen again.
I think where if she was with the enforcement first saved, that the targeted harassment is the one. Now, every time she tags me and tags me repeatedly, that's all been saved. That's targeted harassment. She said she's suing me and being served. I never got anything. I was served. So did a few other people say that. So if they were suing me and going to serve me, well, let's see what's going on. We're going to law enforcement first, which has slowed things up because law enforcement has to keep checking things. And that's what the first time when I went through with
Wait,
her,
what?
with the FBI, which it had to go to because she's in a different state.
Wait, the first
There's
time.
a lot of factors you don't understand. And where if she was in New York State and made those threats, I could have had her arrested.
Oh.
Then I would have had a criminal, she would have had a criminal charge. At that point, I can get the restraining order
See?
against her in the state of New York. That's what has to happen. You can't get the restraining order on someone that's not a family member.
Oh.
That's not someone you're
Look
going
at
to
how
custody battle with.
proficient she is in
You
this.
can't unless they have, if it's a stranger that's doing a threat from another state, there has to be a criminal charge first.
Oh.
Believe me, I've talked to the DA and everything.
Oh.
And then I went to the victims association
wait.
and the DA's office.
So
She's
wait.
She's a paralegal.
Wait.
She,
So it's almost sounds like premeditation. I mean, you talk to the DA one night before you file criminal charges in order to what? To tell everybody that I can't say your name, or even better, Carolyn, to prevent me from what? Exposing your lies or your non-credibility, incredibility, anti-credibility.
Help me with that. We
See?
got to the right
Listen.
lawyer, to the victims association, excuse me, and the DA's office. She's a paralegal. She helped me with that. We got to the right lawyer. It's more involved than you would ever know, and you have to have all of this.
Why? Wait.
Otherwise,
wait.
You're going to be.
Why, Carolyn? Why didn't you just move on? Why couldn't you just stop? Why couldn't you just say, you know what, BBT, we didn't work out. You couldn't give me what I needed, and and move forward. And why couldn't you just move on to a new Velociraptor? Why did you have to become obsessed with this? I mean, it seems like it's something that I'm just gonna have to forever be burdened with. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. I can't give you guys what you want or need. I mean, of course, I probably did. Of course, I could probably we could discuss, a rate. I mean, everybody could be bought, right? Isn't that how the saying? Anyways, but besides that, okay, no. Look at you already tried in 2019. Listen.
Spending a lot of money and not having it. So I know what I'm doing and the hoops I have to jump through.
Hoops?
I have to get exactly what I need in order to go through this.
What?
Yeah.
I have to get, so you're pre-planning.
It's not as easy as you think
How,
when someone's in another state.
what the? So,
That's not different from a restraining order, Leslie. It's not. Believe me, I've been dealing with this for almost 4 years. I think I know what I'm talking about.
Why didn't you move on? You couldn't move on, could you?
2 different states. You cannot get in New York a protection order. Go ahead and you let me see where you can get one.
You couldn't.
cannot.
You couldn't just
In
move on.
Massachusetts, where Nicole lives.
Oh, Nicole, not
you get
BBT.
one
Not BBT, you
against
guys.
me or anyone else.
Not BBT.
Immediately, and it's called an emergency restraining order.
Not BBT.
Temporary restraining order.
And
it's done in an emergency situation.
And it's fake, right? Right?
Then it would be served to me. I would have 2 weeks.
And you cow it out.
She would have 2 weeks. She'd have to go into the court and show her proof. I would have to show up or have an attorney show up. Okay? That's what you have to do.
And you were too scared because Jimmy couldn't make a shank.
Right? Right.
Right. You answer your own question. Am I right? Am I right? You are right, Carolyn. Who the fuck says that? Am I right? You are right.
Teach your children no, you shouldn't delete that. You shouldn't delete that.
That's something that
delete that.
Yeah, that outs my husband. Don't do that. Come on,
hold on a minute. Teach your children. Grab a link and come on up.
Seriously.
Come on up. Tell me about the music that you made for the children.
I had no idea what she was fucking talking about.
The music you made for the children in the old red barn.
I do now. But
grab a link. Send me an email. Send me an email.
Send me an email right now. 80s girl, you're screwed.
Obviously, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Here, let's go back to this. You're screwed, 80s girl.
I want to make clear. I was a part of the time.
Sorry, I screwed it up. Here it is.
You. I don't want to be surrounded by that. And I know, 80s girl, you're trying your hardest. You want to think that the horrible things you're putting out are making me miserable because you said, it can't possibly be healthy reading these things about yourself. But you know what's not healthy, 80s girl, is that you're writing those things and you're saying those
Why?
things.
She's a subscriber.
Okay?
She can.
I don't live for your opinion.
Well,
and when I see what you write, I know where it's coming from.
Well, that's great.
How would that be?
That's
troubling to me.
That's because her account says 80s girl on it. You're like, I can see where it's coming from. We all can. It's coming from 80s girl who used to be one of your supporters and she used to be loyal to you until you did exactly what you do to everybody else in that position. You fuck them over and then you turn on them and then what do? You out their private information just like you did to me, just like you did to Bitey Cat and Nana Patty and and Jules of Thought and who else? And Rabid Dog and let's see who else? Everybody. Uh, I mean, I know I'm missing a bazillion people, but you know, held to the no. You did it too. You know, you had to go into her family. You know, Jackie Burns. Um, even whatchamacallit, Debbie, you've gone, Debbie should have been watching you. Actually, she's never really gone. Well, yeah, you did go real life on Debbie. You go real life on everybody. You're a real life going motherfucker. And then you say you're not. And then you sit there and cry and complain when everybody does it to you. How is that? How do you do that? Can somebody tell me? I need answers. Send me an angel, a YouTube angel. You thought you had a YouTube angel when really what you had was comma, chameleon. Do you feel me?
And I really hope you get with a good therapist.
Therapist.
That
Do you have a good therapist?
want to make me feel that way.
Nobody can.
And you're hoping that what you're putting out there.
Okay. As a master level clinician, nobody can make anybody feel any certain way. Okay, it's impossible. You have no ability to make another person feel another way, regardless of what you say or do, or what they tell you say or do. It's impossible. So don't believe them. If they say, "Oh, BBT, you made me feel like this, or you made me feel like that, or because you did this, or even if it was because of what I said, you made me feel bad." No, no, your feelings are your feelings, and anything that comes about is your like. Nobody can make me feel any certain way, right? So if I feel a way, right, it can be in response to what was said, right? But it's not, it's not, you can't do that. You can't say that, give that much power. That's Carolyn's doing. It's gaslighting 101. And then she says it doesn't matter what you say about her. Which is it?
That's troubling.
See?
But seeing what people whose opinions I don't value, who I feel sorry for, I really do.
Yeah, right.
Because you must be living in misery to want to make people around you miserable. Otherwise, hey, even if we didn't click, even if you said, hey, you know what, I don't like Carolyn, she's not my style, I don't like her, you could step away.
Oh.
Wish me well, wish you well, and that's it.
But you called the district attorney, remember?
On with the nastiness. 80s girl.
Yeah, which yeah,
now.
exactly, sour milk. Which time? Which time do you want to know? The first time, the initial time, right, was she said that I threatened to kill her. I threatened to kill her. And that was the first time. The second time was I think I threatened her to kill her son. One of the times was her son. That was the last time. I mean, 3 times. She had them at my house 3 separate times. She had the police department. Okay, my police department. She had it 7 times. But the police were at my house. And you guys want to sit around and call me out and say I'm a scammer and I'm doing this. 7 times the police, my own police, responded to my house. Okay, as people. Oh, Carolyn called the police and the FBI on me. Yeah, 7 different. Actually, I think it was 8, but it was documented 7 times on the 8th report. Imagine? Can you imagine? 7 times. Though those are only the times, you guys, the incidents that were documented and recorded. Can you imagine how many times she called the police where they just answered her question, or they dismissed her, or they told her it's not, it's not, we're not gonna, that's it's irrelevant or whatever. We're not concerned. Okay, those are the times that a report was made. 7 times. And then, independent of those 7 times, the FBI came to my house 3 separate times. That doesn't count how many times they called me or emailed me. It wasn't fun. It was awful. And then, like I said, she didn't stop there. That was before she took me to court, and then they started the whole new police department stuff again in 2022. Started it all over again. Entire thing started all over. She had the little help of her friends, her little minions, who admitted to doing the most disturbing things that now they do on their own. Yep. Water seeks its own level, and loons of a feather fly together. That's what happens. Once loons of a feather fly together, that's it. Therefore, it's forever. And that's true. I didn't come up with that. That's a true story. once the loons fly together, BBT. I wish you could be in my head, you guys. But I don't understand how Carolyn is going to sit there and say that, that she's actually, I mean, it's not hard, hound lover, when you're telling the FBI that there's someone wants to kill your family. Think about it. Think about what she says on YouTube. Can you imagine what she says, but to an FBI agent, where she's really gotta, She said she called a welfare check to my house at 3 a.m, saying that she was in fear for Debbie's safety because of me. Can you imagine? Now we all know that's not true, so that's a false welfare check. She called it all like I said. Now that this has already been shown, she's already been deemed to be not credible at all from another attorney in another suit. It wasn't said. It wasn't said. It was different. It's been a long time. It's just the point. She's a liar. So, and she got finally. It seems like that somebody with credentials and the understanding of the law literally called her out for exactly the person she is shown to be by her own ongoing misery. Wiggity, 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 wick. Wiggity, wiggity. I'm gonna beatbox. She won't even mention my name, Sour Milk Cookies. It's the funniest thing. And again, I'm going to say this, Carolyn, listen loud and clear, because I told you I was going to help you to understand. When you sit on your channel and you accuse me and say, oh, the one that defended somebody putting my kids on the internet, you are the one that put your kids on the internet, and you are the only one that is responsible for what happens to when you put your kids on the internet. Okay, do you hear me? It is nobody else's responsibility but yours. That is your kids. Those are your kids. I don't put my kids on the internet, never have. But you certainly have talked about my kids, and you sit there and say you haven't. What about that, Carolyn? How are you gonna justify that? I don't put my kids out there, but you certainly talk about them, huh? You talk about their where they live, who they live with. You stay quiet while your little cult members on panel are required to watch BBT and report back of anything nefarious that you can call the court and say BBT said the word kitchen. Yep, she did. It's true. She said it started with the K, ended with an N, and Itchin was in between, in the middle. And that's a true story. And I want her prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. It's very dangerous for her to say that word. Okay? She could hire a thug. She could do anything. All right, you guys, have a great Thanksgiving. Peace out. I'm going to say a prayer for you, 80s girl. Okay? I hope you get good therapy. Therapy. Bye, guys. Have a gobble gobble. Maybe I'll tell you. We'll probably be in the afternoon. Bye, guys. Thanks.